Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about a statement made by somebody in the Russian command structure. There are two important pieces to it. One gives us some insight into how their command and control is functioning at the moment, and the other settles a debate that is occurring. One of these I have a little bit of a personal interest in because 30 days ago I put out a video and I talked about how the introduction of Gerasimov, bringing him to be the commander over what was going on in Ukraine, was probably indicative of a split within the Russian military command structure, with Wagner on one side and the regular military on the other. And I got a lot of pushback for that, a whole lot of pushback for that. It is now 30 days later. The commander of Wagner is openly accusing Gerasimov and people within the regular army Russian command of things that can, quote, be likened to high treason. According to him, the traditional Russian military structure, keep in mind, Wagner functions more as their special operations. Well, at least it did. Now they've turned them into basically shock troops, but it did at one time function as their special operations community. And the regular army, the two are separate, and now there's fighting between them. The commander of Wagner is saying that the regular military is just ignoring them, that there are commands coming down from Gerasimov that Wagner's troops, well, they don't get ammo, they don't get air, they don't get anything, and his troops are just out there exposed with no support. That split is real. And that is incredibly damaging to the Russian war effort, because when you look at the maps, it seems pretty clear that Wagner is going to play, or was intended to play, a large part in any offensive in the East. If they're not getting support and this kind of tension exists between the two factions, and now it has spilled over into the public's view, that's going to be really bad. It's going to be really hard to get things done for them. He said that the orders going out to not provide them with air support, would not provide them with ammo, can, quote, can be likened to high treason in the very moment when Wagner is fighting in Bakhmut, losing hundreds of its fighters every day. And that's the other piece of information. There are estimates that are being contested by those people who don't want to admit the situation that Russia is in. Those estimates are suggesting that Russia's lost equal about 5,000 a week. At Bakhmut, Wagner's commander is saying that they are losing hundreds per day at that one location. Those estimates are right. This settles the debate. This is coming not from Western intelligence estimates. It's not coming from the Ukrainians. This is coming from the commander of the group that is getting hit pretty heavily just at one location. Hundreds per day. Those numbers are correct. So this outburst, and it was an outburst. If you hear it, he's raising his voice, he's yelling, he's very emotional. Spilling into the public view provided Western intelligence with a whole lot. And if you're looking for confirmation of those estimates, it's there. If you're looking for confirmation of the split, it's there. These conditions are really bad for Putin. It's bad for the troops. Their morale is going to suffer. Logistics is going to suffer. Command and control is going to suffer. But for Putin, it's really bad because now you have competing factions that control armed groups. And one of them is going to end up being pushed out. If the one that gets pushed out decides they don't want to be pushed out and decides to act, they're not going to act against the other generals. They're going to act against Putin. This split is very dangerous for the occupant of the Kremlin. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.